been shuffling the cards to relieve my, my boredom while I'm hearing the other person speak. So the Nine of Swords is no longer at the bottom, okay? So let's begin. Okay, first card we got is the Queen of Swords. So right off the bat, I know it's talking about the Divine Feminine because the Divine Feminine are the ones that are sitting in this position right now. Thanks. I finally took a shower today. It was a really relaxing day. I just did readings and relaxed. So I knew right off from the start, we're talking about the Divine Feminine. And I'm like, well, she looks upset, just trying to analyze the card, but no other cards out there to look at just yet. She just, she's looking straight faced and she's grown. She's not, who she was just a little while ago. She's just not. Things are different. I feel it. Things are just, I guess, at a spot, almost a little bit at a pinnacle, like at the, she's ready for the next level, if I can say that. So the next card to come out is the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm like, okay, so new beginning is the first thought on my mind. I'm like, new beginning, like with who? Like, what's going on here? What new beginning? And then we had the Eight of Swords, which led me to some confusion because I'm like, well, what's going on here? And then when I sat there and examined the cards, because remember, I wasn't planning on posting this until the end when I realized this is a message for us all, and it actually let me record, so I knew this was a message for us all. So the Eight of Swords here, and the message I got is pay attention to the circular shapes here, and in some way there's circles here connecting, and it's almost like something's about to come around full circle. There's also an energy here of the Divine Feminine feeling like she's lost touch with her true self, in the sense not doing the things that she once loved to do. This little, well, maybe it's not a little girl, this woman is dancing and this woman is performing, and this woman is just the star of her own space and her own spot. And here we have this other woman that's just a little more uptight, and also not so, she's not really, I'm not saying any of us are not taking care of ourselves, but we're not dressing up or doing what we used to do, taking care of our energies the way we used to take care of them. So then the fourth card to come out was this card. At first I'm like, oh, this makes sense, the King and Queen of Swords, like, and then when I looked at it, it's a page, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Because I was like, why is that horse sitting at the King of Swords? And this is a new deck to me. And regardless if the horse is sitting or not, it's not moving too fast. The more cards I pull, the more connections I make, right? Yeah, there's an energy of just, I guess it's just a little stale. Like, what's the point of just, hey, I put on my nice pajamas today, you don't see them, but like, that I never wear. I'm like, fuck this, I never get to wear my nice stuff. I'm just going to wear it. That's why I wear things on here that I don't get to wear anymore, because it's true. I don't go out and do the same things I used to do, and I don't have the same wants either, but it's healthy, it's balance, right? It's about balance. So the fourth card to come out, and I know women that are much older, like, whatever you want to call older, who knows, but they go out like every Tuesday Latin dancing and whatever their choice may be, but they do something regularly and it brings enjoyment into their life, and it's not about picking up anyone. It's just about dancing and having fun, and they're happy women, I'll tell you that much. And I want to go do that stuff too, but I hate going out in the winter. So we have this Knight of Swords. I realized it was a Knight of Swords. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I'm like, tell me more about this woman with the Eight of Swords. Let me put this down so you guys can kind of see. So I'm like, tell me more about this Eight of Swords energy here. So I didn't even start over here yet, because I'm like, what's the story going to be? And what came out is the Star card in reverse. And so I was like, what is she worried about? And she's worried about her wishes not coming true. This is the Star card, okay? For any of you that relate to this, don't forget, this is the Star card. For me, it's just like the Sun card. There's no right or wrong way that things are going to happen. You don't have to worry. When you put something out there, it all just starts with a thought. It all just starts with a thought. And it can go both ways, right? So be careful with that, but don't worry about your wish not coming true. And then the next card that came out, and it's very nice because it ties into the king, to the Queen of Swords, is the King of Swords. So this Queen of Swords here is worried about not getting her King of Swords. And this Queen of Swords just represents the new divine feminine, the one that has no choice but to be honest and to speak her truth, because otherwise she knows that it's detrimental to her soul. And she's not living that way anymore. There's no more. If something doesn't feel right, she's going to be honest. So this is just the connection that this is a divine counterpart. One other thing I noticed here is this man has matured. Here we have him coming in first as the Knight of Swords. And in this card, I mean, he looks like he's really matured. You get it. But you know what? The truth is, for some people, they've been gone for a while. In general, whether he's actually been gone for a long time or he's just naturally matured, that's what has happened here with this connection here. So then I started with, yes, I started with the Knight of Swords. So I'm like, what is he thinking about the divine feminine? Like, what's going to happen? Like, what's going on with him? And the first card to come out was the Fool card. Thanks, Amanda. The first card to come out, hi Ivan. The first card to come out is the Fool card. And what the Fool card is telling me, along with the Page of Pentacles, I got this feeling that, first of all, how he feels about approaching the feminine is actually almost as though it's going to, first of all, take a lot of courage. It's a little bit risky with this. It's like he's almost going to fall off. It can go one way or the other. It can go beautifully, or in their eyes, you know, he could fall into the lake. It could get emotional. It could not turn out as, you know, for sure as he wants it to. And the next card here, I feel like he feels, along with this Fool card, almost as though he has to do something to impress you. And it's almost like a performance of some sort. That's the feeling that's coming over him. But I will say one thing I did notice. Up in the top energy, he's literally almost looking down on this connection. It's like with the sword facing down, it's just an energy I picked up of him, like afraid and fearful and looking downwards on this love connection. And I'll tell you how that card came out afterwards. And as we progress, his head is slowly lifting up towards the lovers. So that was a really interesting connection I made while I was sitting here analyzing these cards. So then I came over. Now I want to say I came over here. I remember the question I asked. I don't remember what order I asked it in. But I said, how does the feminine feel about the divine masculine? And the first card to come out was the Victory card. So at first I was like, okay, so she knows about this connection. She knows this is happening. You know, I wasn't quite sure yet because I needed to get that third card. And it was the Five of Wands. And so she feels that this is victorious, but also defeated at the same time. She is unsure. She feels almost like it's like equivalent of both energies. And this is why it's leaving her like this, you know, and it's important for us, as I said, to get out of this energy and to go into this energy. It really is. It's everything at the same time. That's a good way to put it. Because she literally got victory, which, I mean, I love that card. You know it. It's the Chariot card coming her way, masculine, feminine, and also then she got defeat, the feeling of defeat, the feeling of a battle. Yeah, well, this is what the cards are saying to us, right? And then I even tried to read the cards different ways. I'll tell you after. So then I came over to this Ace of Pentacles and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what is this? Hi, Lena. What is this new beginning going to be about? And this, you know, no matter what's happening here, it says there's a new beginning coming. Hi, Mary. And when I'm saying hi to everyone, I'm just saying hi to the people I see there. If you think I'm just talking to myself, I'm not. So what is this new beginning? What is representing this new beginning? What's going on? The first card we got is the Tower card. And I'll tell you why. And I've come to this realization over the last 24 hours, which I'm telling you, I feel great. I've had a huge release and it's somewhere I had to get to. And I didn't actually realize I had to get to this spot. I thought I was here. And I've had a lot of tests over the last 24 hours as well. You know, there is still things for me to understand and to release. Like I am all I need, technically it's all I need. And this is a realization that I think we have to get comfortable with before we can actually truly bring in that equivalent of that, of ourself, you know? So this tower moment was completely necessary. And this is what's happened for some of you. I mean, if you were on the channel the other day when I had my little breakdown, that was actually a tower moment because it actually gave me a chance to release. I did not give up. I did not anything but release and just be like, you know what? Like, I don't want this feeling. I'm just releasing it. And what comes, comes. And what happens, happens. And I'll tell you, I've been tested. So I don't suggest you guys try to go out there to put yourself in this position, because what I've realized is going out to do things just to try to have fun or try to get your mind off of things, it's not going to feel right. So you're going to get yourself in a spot where you end up, you can stop at any time. Like you can revert back at any time, but why waste your time is what I'm going to say. And I didn't go too far where I felt like I was wasting my time, but I realized like, I don't need to like go out at all just to go out and have fun. That's not fun to me. I'd rather be at home and be reading for you guys and be focusing on myself and be writing my cards and I'm writing my personal movie script for my life, my future life, reading Marianne Williamson's book, actually reading it, and that's enjoyable to me. So, you know, instead of putting yourself in positions where you're going to be like, this isn't even fun, now I have to, you know, say, no, I don't want to be here. Don't bother. This tower moment had to happen because for many of us, and I know because I've done readings today, yesterday, the shift, well, yesterday I didn't do a reading actually. The shift is happening for many, like the same thing I've gone through. There's so many people that are going through this within the last few days. There actually is this starting over energy. And the reason is because it's true. We had to come to some realizations about things and once again practice learning our boundaries or practice recognizing our boundaries. And it's true. It's just part of the dynamic here and a part of the direction we're heading into with our true masculine. He's, look at, growing. Look at, he literally is growing from this knight to this king. And it's time for everyone here to stand like their ground, you know, in a sense. Everyone here. And look at the feminine compared to the king. You actually, in this situation, have way more power than you know, but he's the one that has to step up here. You actually, come on. I'm sorry. Look at how well you have your shit together. And I'm not saying he doesn't have his. I'm just saying you're doing very well. So please do remember that. And do embrace the tower moments because honestly, I feel so much better. After I was on here crying, I didn't know I would feel so much better, but I took a break and then I answered. I got so many emails. Thank you guys so much for everything. It felt so beautiful. And then when I woke up, I just felt like I was in a whole new world. I can't even explain it. It's like I am in a different world right now in that sense. Like I almost feel and felt as though, you know, when you're young and you go through a breakup and then you wake up and the next day, because you know when you break up, or at least you feel that at the time. And the next day you wake up And it's just like a different world. And I know I didn't break up with my masculine, but I know that I definitely came to some more realizations and I got to release. I don't know what all that crying did. I definitely got something out of my system, and the next day I replenished myself. And never mind, I slept for 15 hours. There was a definite need for that, because before this whole thing happened, I wasn't sleeping. I was connecting with the masculine and all of this stuff. And finally, I got to actually sleep. So this tower moment had to happen literally. And we have the Two of Cups here. And you see how there is two pawns here? There's two whole beings here, but they are part of the whole ecosystem. They make the whole system run. But they are separate entities, and they do have to learn that and still be able to maintain their own union with themselves in order to create, here we go, this 8 figure, the coming back around, the union, the cycle. They needed that tower. It's once again, and you know what? For some people, the tower will come again. And I'm not seeing that. I just know that. This isn't over. Like, it's not easy. This isn't an easy journey. People say just go move on and this and that. Guys, remember, God sent me someone the day I started crying there on the thing. He's great. He's messaged me a few times. I've messaged him too. I already know. It's, and I think it was just God showing me, like, I can send you someone, sure. Here's someone. I didn't ask for anyone specific. I just asked, and I still got I got everything I asked for, to be honest, within the whole 24 hours. This is how I've been able to relax and rejuvenate. I've gotten my connection. I spent time with my friend's baby. I spent time with my friends. It all came, and then I slept for 15 hours. I got everything I asked for. I'm a nice girl. I spoke to this person, this new person, text, but you know what? Like, I just know, women, feminine, we know just by his reactions of things, he's not, I'm sorry, and I'm not looking for someone and I'm not saying he's not on my level, but he's not what I'm looking for. I just can tell already. And I'm not going to explain how, but he's probably pretty young. Who knows, to be honest with you. But point being, I'm not suggesting you go run off, and I'm not suggesting you wait around. I'm not suggesting you chase anyone. I fully am suggesting you come into union with yourself. So after I pulled all of these cards, it just kind of said what was going on, but I'm like, so what is the outcome? What is the outcome here? And then guess what we got? Lovers. And then at the bottom of the deck was the Nine of Swords. And that's when I knew this was a divine collective message, because that's what we got last time. So I don't really know if there's any more to clarify with this message, to be honest. I asked what the feminine thinks about the masculine. I asked what the masculine's thinking about the feminine. I do just get this little bit of an energy. Hi, your vibe, beautiful name. I do get this energy almost, I don't know how to explain it. This performance energy. I almost feel like some of the masculines feel like, yeah, fortune teller. I don't know what that means. But I almost feel like some of the masculines feel like they have to put on a little bit of a show. And I don't know, it's kind of a weird feeling to get, because I don't think our masculines are the type to put on the show. So maybe that's why the discomfort's here and the worry. Maybe they think that the feminine is such a, like, I don't know, someone to impress so much that they feel like, I just got the words performance when those cards came out. Like, they have to perform. And then along with the feminine getting her, well, it's not necessarily the feminine, but this performance card coming out for the new beginning, just feel like there's an energy here that maybe the masculine feels like he has to perform. I'm not sure. But this message is still beautiful. I see clarity coming, because I was trying to look at the cards in different ways and see what I would pick up on them. And I do see clarity coming. I do see this person stepping up and definitely, like, literally stepping up. Like the sword is going from down to up. They have gone from young to old. They have gained grandfather. Let's see, called it fermentized. Fermenzi. Sorry. Fermenzi. I don't know. I guess I'm missing the conversation there. Anyhow, I do see this happening in the sense of this person maturing. And I have another message I pulled for you. It's actually more of like the journey of the union. And I pulled it in sections. I pulled the first few cards and I'm like, okay, so like, let's pull for another group. And then I pulled for another group. Then I pulled for another group. Then I pulled for a fourth one. I was putting on performance is what this woman is putting on. Alexandra. Yeah, this woman I guess you're talking about. I'm not quite sure. Terrible. Let's see what's going on here. My grandfather called it performance. I can totally see about the masculine. Well, I don't understand why the masculine feels like that, but I guess he does. I guess to him, he feels like he's really going to have to put on a show to get you. I don't know. That doesn't, to me, it's like you don't have to. So I don't understand why that shows up. But for some of them, I guess they do. So this is relating to your situation, then that may be how your masculine feels. So I don't know. I guess there's not much else to clarify here. I'm just thinking what else to clarify. Oh, I know what we'll pull. Let's see. Alexander seems terrified by the truth. DM is putting on a show lying about his real feelings. Well, that can be for sure too, but I just feel like, because I asked how he feels about the feminine, and the Fool card came out with the Page of Pentacles, but he's putting on a performance. So that's why I interpret it the way I interpreted it. But yeah, I mean, look what came out. My deck's upside down. Karmic clearing. Hi, Nicole. Karmic clearing. I'm going to read this, but I mean, maybe to get divine feminine back. Well, yes, because I asked how he feels about the divine feminine. And he's feeling like he has to approach her, but put on a performance to approach her in the future, because both of them, they're finally looking towards the future, up towards the love. So karmic clearing kind of speaks for itself, right? But we're still going to read it. Oh, here we go. Usually read in wallpaper. Usually read. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Today I feel like I'm looking at the thing more. I can see my masculine planning his speech. Oh my gosh, that's so true, right? I do kind of feel like that energy for sure. That's silly. Okay, you are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness to which are attached particular wounds, issues, and struggles. As you outgrow that consciousness, issues will release their grip upon you. You are receiving divine notice that karmic clearing is taking place through a combination of your own efforts and spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. It is time for an old wound to be released once and for all. Karma is not punishment. Karma is essentially our soul's lessons plan for this lifetime, carried over the past lifetimes. It is the way we grow and develop as a soul, sometimes through challenges and sometimes through blessings. Our positive karma is seen in the skills and talents we have mastered over the many lifetimes. Interesting, right? Performance. Also, when opportunities flow easily and healing happens swiftly, there is a sense of positive karma, ease of grace and effortlessly taking place in our lives. This is what happens when we are clear enough of our own past pain to have little resistance between us and the natural flow of life. More challenging karma is revealed in the lessons we are still learning. These usually appear in the Guinness of painful circumstances or reaction that repeats themselves in our lives. The stronger the soul, the more challenging the lesson it is willing to master this lifetime. As with many education, the higher level of training, the more demanding the work. When you are working through big challenges, it is often a sign that you are on an advanced spiritual path. Must you always have struggle in your life as an advanced soul? Question mark. Of course not. You are a master of your lessons. You will find you develop an ability to live your life more peacefully. However, it would be incorrect to interpret a struggle as a sign that you are not progressing spiritually. If you have been struggling with a long-term issue, this oracle card comes particular sign that the universe wants to step in and assist you. Repeat the invocation below for at least 6 days and nights. Invite this healing blessing of karmic clearing through love into your life now. Here's the invocation. I call upon the karmic board of ascending beings, angels, guides, and holy ones who love me unconditionally and ask for your divine blessing, healing, and assistance now. I open myself up to the divine grace, divine love, and karmic absolution. I choose to surrender my attachments to the suffering I have experienced. I have learned and been willing to go through this experience, and yet I am now willing to learn and grow through a higher vibrational experience of love. Through divine authority and my own free will, this karmic clearing manifests now according to the highest law of love. May this blessing reach into the hearts of all beings according to divine compassion, mercy, and grace. So be it. Wow. You know, that can go for whoever that relates to. And I think for a lot of people, too bad a lot. Like, you know, I have divine masculines here, but I mean, the other side could use a hearing to this, as we can definitely hear this as well. It's time to clear our energies. It's time to lose the expectations. It's time to live life for ourselves. To start like this performance again, you know, both of us. There's two performers here, a masculine and a feminine. Start living more. I mean, I know a lot of you are, because I'm talking to you girls and guys, and you girls and guys are doing well. But for some, I'm sure we could use a little more. I could even use a little more. I get out, but you know. Let's see. I just want to see. Well, I don't want to pull from this deck, though. Oh, I know what to pull from. Oh, it's over there. Okay, 1 second. I'm in my pajamas. So I love this new deck. Thank you so much. I'm loving these decks. And Christina, yeah, your deck. I'm going to use yours right after, actually. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So these will be messages, love messages, and to be honest, they're quite beautiful and meaningful. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And it's true, as I've been reading the Marianne Williamson book, she says, there's only love and a call for love. And she says when people are behaving or whatever may be happening in a way that you think they're hurting you or trying to hurt you, they're actually calling for love. So just from afar, you know, just keep that in mind. It's true. Just keep that in mind. For anyone, for any situation, not just your divine masculine. Here's a message for you if you're listening to this. I am thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I got that message about 10 times the night that I had contact with my masculine afterwards. And I haven't got it since. So this is a message for you girls and guys. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. It's true. Stay like sexy and stay, you know, dress up a little. Speed and love and good vibes. Thank you, Nicole. So I'm going to pull from this deck. And let's see if I have, the book to read. Christina, there. I love this deck too. And I use it quite often, actually, with the private readings. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Warrior woman, here we have that Queen of Swords energy again. Okay, and this is about doing what you would do if you weren't afraid and if it wouldn't affect you. And it's about going as far as you can to your dreams and to like just your fun. And honestly, the one thing I would do if there was nothing stopping me is literally jump on a plane and go for a vacation. But I'm taking a course right now. You guys know I started a course. It's a 3-month course. And I'm not saying it will, because there will be times when we talk over Skype. But it's an expensive course and I want to spend as much time as I can in person with him. So this is the Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Your guidance is from the divine is really the other way to put that. And we know that. Just make sure you're listening to the right guidance, you know? Beautiful, beautiful message here. And I'll pull one more from our Fairy Tarot because we haven't pulled from them for a while and I missed their messages. Do you have the book? Yes, I do. Hi, Lespa, Lespa. I'm on vacation. South Beach is always fun. I was just talking about Miami. That's where South Beach is, right? And then someone was like, oh, it's not even warm there right now. Yeah, it is. It's warmer than here. But I'll tell you, when I was in Florida last time, I was wearing my bikini and there was girls walking around in winter jackets. And I was like, what's going on here? So I guess because where I was coming from, I was super hot and everyone else, well, not everyone, but it's still weird with that type of a dynamic difference. Like a winter jacket and a bikini. I was suntanning and she's in her winter jacket. I'm like, oh man. So what's the message for us? Stop right there and see. Can never read this writing here. Mac the... We'll see. I can always read it in the book. So we have number, as I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. Yay. Hi, Merlin. 42, number 42. Some people like to hear the numbers, right? I do. I don't know why. Mike, the Monumencer. Monumencer. M-Y-O-M-A-N-C-E-R. Monumencer. Small clues, details, the messages everywhere, and patience. This is the meaning of this card, okay? So here, I'm just going to put this up a little. I like to see my mouth, but I don't have to. I feel like I slouch to try and talk into it, so I don't want to slouch. So I'm just going to put it up a little higher. There we go. So the Monumencer. Small clues, details, the messages everywhere. This sounds like it's for us, okay? That's your DM's name? Are you joking? The other day I said like, oh, or what am I going to do? Go date the neighborhood guy? And then someone's like, my DM is the neighborhood guy. Anyhow, the Monumencer reads, the past, present, and potential of all brings... reads, the past, present, and potential of all beings in the movement of mice. Mike is particularly fond of reading the movements of field mice, as they are livelier and better fed than church mice. Mike could learn the same things by reading berries or the patterns made by fallen leaves or any one of a billion other things, but his specialty is mice. He can learn endless things from the way they twitch their whiskers and hold their tails. He sees hidden information in the patterns of growth and coloration of their fur, the way the wind ripples it, and how they preen themselves. Little things can tell us a lot. Everything bears messages about the universe around us. Studying the details sometimes enables us to deduce the whole. Do good and rely God. God for sure. The entire universe is one piece, and each fragment of that one unity reflects and is connected to all the others. That famous philosopher, Anonymous, once said, the lifting of a finger disturbs the furthest star. Mike says it works The other way around too, he advises us to make a slow and observant study of the little things and their even smaller details in the world around us. He says that such study not only helps us enhance our understanding of life, unity, and everything, but it also helps us develop a joyful patience and deeper philosophy. It makes sense because what I feel it's saying is like if you look at all the little details that make the world go round, and we were kind of talking about that here. All the little, it kind of does give you patience because you understand there's a system in place, right? Attention to the details is important at this time. Little things are not only important in themselves, but they also give you important information about larger things. Look for the inner hidden meaning in ordinary objects, happenings, and experiences. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. With luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak to you more loudly. Body language and human as well as mice give you very useful information at this present time, especially if you learn to read it properly. The clues to the answers you seek and the things you need to know are all around you. You are surrounded by omens, portents, and signs. But the signs are not written on billboards in large letters. They are in the small happenings of your life. Be awake, be aware. Here's a hint. If you work out what the question really is, it's much easier to recognize the answer when it comes. Read Mice Utopia. Well, I can't read that right now. I have so many books in line. But what's Mice Utopia? Yeah, be at peace with everything. I will say one beautiful thing on my analytics for my channel. We have like over 10% more men now, as in it went from 1% to I think 15% now, which is cool. Thank you guys, because you know we would love to hear your feelings about this situation too. So I don't know what Mice Utopia is, but someone has recommended to read that. I do feel like this reading was really good, and it helped when you put a mice in an environment that satisfies all their needs. Ooh. Dear. Thank you, Paul. Hi, Paul. It's called Science. That sounds really interesting if you gave someone everything they wanted. I wonder if they turn out to be a little bit spoiled. But it's enjoyable, I'm sure, for the moment. Until someone takes it away, that's the problem. That's kind of where we are. We have to have self, yeah, right? But we have to have self, like, happiness, because if we get everything we want, the second... I've had everything I want at one point. I had, like, someone who gave me everything I wanted, kind of. But no, I wasn't happy. I went to the doctors more times in that year than any other time. And the doctor would say, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, I don't feel secure because someone's taking care of me and someone's doing everything for me. And I don't have to worry about anything. But, like, I don't feel secure because it's not mine. It wasn't enjoyable at all, to be honest with you. So I lived the Mice Utopia already. Been there, done that. Okay, guys, bye for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like or subscribe my videos because that's a big help. Welcoming them. Yeah. You're welcome, Mary. And thank you for everyone that's gotten a reading. Thank you for the patience. I'm telling you, I tried to record a few readings today that just wouldn't start recording. So I'm like, you know, leave that alone. For now, I'm going to go read my Marianna Williamson book, A Return to Love. Because my teacher says part of the reason I wasn't reading it is because I'm like afraid to return to love. Imagine that. Isn't that crazy? If you like the Mice Utopia, please read. It's important. Yeah, I know. I might read it. I'm telling you. If they have audiobook, they'll have a better chance of getting me to read it. I had to sign a contract to read a book. Gosh, I don't want to read books anymore. I read all day long, right? Okay, guys, bye for now. Good night, everyone is right.